All right, this is the last video on transformations, and I like these problems. You're basically going one by one on the problem and trying to state the transformation. So for example, here I see the negative on the outside. So the negative on the outside is this one, and I would say it's reflected over the x-axis. Okay, in addition, I would now go to the 2. And the 2 is on the outside, okay? And the 2 is on the outside, so that's going to be this example right here where a is greater than 1. So this is going to be a vertical stretch. So VS is fine. And it's going to be by a factor of 2. Because remember, whenever we call it a stretch, we should have a number that's greater than 1. Okay, now we've got a 3 inside. And so that 3 is a number that's greater than 1. So now we're talking about this problem. So that's going to be a horizontal compression. And when we have a horizontal thing, we have to take the reciprocal. So this is going to be by a factor of 1/3. And we know we can check that because we know compressions are supposed to have fractions. And last but not least, we are also up 4. So you can also say a vertical shift of up 4, but I'm fine with just saying up 4. So that's all for this one problem right here. We're going basically number by number to give our answers. All right, this next one here, we have a fraction on the outside. So that's going to be a vertical compression. See how that a is on the outside and it's a fraction, so that's going to be a vertical compression of 2/3. Then I've got a right 2 and then an up 5. And we're done with that. Let's do number 3. Here we've got a negative on the outside, so that negative is going to be a reflection over the x-axis. Reflect over the x-axis. Okay, now we've got a 4 on the outside, and completely ignore the fact that it's a negative 4. We already dealt with the negative. Now let's just talk about the 4. So that 4 is on the outside, and my number is greater than 1. So that's going to be a vertical stretch by 4. You could say by a factor of 4 as well. Okay, now I've got a fraction inside, so that example is going to be this one down here. So that's going to be a horizontal stretch. And remember, when we're talking about horizontal, we take the reciprocal. So this would be by 2, because I'm taking the reciprocal of 1/2. And last but not least, we have an up 2. Sweet, let's go ahead and tackle number 4 here. Our negative on the outside is going to be a reflecting over the x-axis. Okay, that 1/2 out in front is going to be an example of being on the outside right there. That's going to be a vertical compression of 1/2, or you can say by 1/2 or by a factor of 1/2. Now this is the thing that's inside the function because it's e to the x. So that right there would be a horizontal compression because we have this example right here where inside it's greater than 1. We do have to take the reciprocal, as always with horizontal. So horizontal compression of 1/3. And last but not least, an up 4 from this. All right, what I'd like you to do is take a second to write these 4 problems down, try them on your own, and then check your answers with mine. All right, so here are the answers. And I just want to highlight something we've not seen yet before. You can see on this example here, we have a negative in the grouping symbol, and same thing here. And in that case, we have reflecting over the y-axis. Okay, I think the hardest thing to memorize here is that if you have a number on the outside, like these are vertical. If it's a number greater than 1, it's a vertical stretch. If it's a number that is less than 1, it is a vertical compression. Okay, similarly, if you have a number on the inside, it's all about horizontal. Okay, and with those horizontal ones, you take the reciprocal, and if the number is a fraction, it would be compression. If the number is a number greater than 1, it would be a stretch. All right, folks, thanks for watching. We'll have plenty of practice. Bye now.